Michigan's Democratic candidates for U.S. Senate are making their final push with voters ahead of Tuesday's primary. Congresswoman Haley Stevens will go head-to-head with Dr. Abdul El-Sayed in a race highlighting a power struggle within the Democratic Party between progressive and establishment candidates. Earlier, CBS News' Ed O'Keefe sat down with El-Sayed.
So if you win and get the Democratic Party that you want, who belongs in it and who doesn't?
Anybody who wants to take on fascism, anybody who wants to get money out of politics, anybody who wants to fight for union rights, anybody who wants to make sure that people can live free with clean air and drink clean water, anybody who wants to guarantee health care, come on in, the water is fine. We want to build a broad coalition, but sometimes when the Democratic Party talks about a big tent, we push everybody into the corner and then go talk and pander to the corner. I'm just trying to bring everybody to the tent pole in the middle to talk about what we really need.
While campaigning in Detroit on Sunday, Stevens said polls show voters believe she's the best person to go up against Trump-backed Republican Mike Rogers in November.
You know, a good 95% of them have shown that I'm the best person to go beat Mike Rogers. And, you know, I'm a tried and true, liberal who has an inclusive tent. And when I say liberal, fighter for Michigan, right? And that's what this is all about to me.
CBS News White House reporter Aaron Navarro joins us from Detroit. So, Aaron, what are both candidates focusing on as they make their final push?
Well, Lindsay, I'm here at a canvassing event for Abdul El-Sayed, the last public event before Election Day. And his closing message has remained fairly consistent in what we've seen from him in recent weeks. Money out of politics, money in your pockets, and Medicare for all. That's been the tagline that he ends a lot of his campaign ads with. But he has had to respond on this topic of electability, because that has been pretty much a core piece of the closing message for Congresswoman Haley Stevens. She has pointed to several polls showing Abdul El-Sayed down to Republican nominee Mike Rogers when you look at the November general election, and herself leading slightly. El-Sayed, in his interview with our colleague Ed O'Keefe, responded to that by essentially pointing to President Trump's wins in Michigan statewide in 2016 and 2024, showing that in statewide elections, there is an appetite for non-establishment candidates of both parties. El-Sayed made sure to note that he is not necessarily aligned with President Trump on many things, but is trying to suggest that he can tap in to a broader electorate. The Democratic establishment candidate or moderate candidates such as Haley Stevens cannot.
Well, he's also not identifying with Democratic Socialists, though he has gotten help from many. You talked to one congressional candidate who's socialist who campaigned with El-Sayed. What did he say?
Yeah, El-Sayed has said he is more of a capitalist that wants to fix how it is currently, saying that corporations benefit too much from this current system of capitalism. And you've also seen people from New York City who are involved with Zoran Mamdani's campaign, or Denver who are involved with Milad Kiros's campaign, come and canvass for both El-Sayed as well as Donovan McKinney, a socialist candidate who is looking to unseat an incumbent in the Detroit area. I asked McKinney in an interview about what his race can tell the Democratic Party in this moment. Take a listen to that exchange. What message do you think your campaign is sending to the national Democratic Party?
Yeah, that this movement is not just a movement that's coastal, right? It's not just happening in New York or New Jersey or Pennsylvania or California. It's coming to middle America. It's coming to Michigan. Michiganders, I do believe, are ready for people that are going to adhere to this moment, that are with the urgency that it demands.
Now, that kind of spells out why Michigan is being looked at so closely in political circles tomorrow, because you've seen progressives, Democratic Socialists win in the cities, New York City, Denver, Philadelphia, but this is the first statewide test to see if it can be applied to a competitive battleground area. And we'll get one more test in just 1 week from tomorrow in Wisconsin, where the Democratic Socialist candidate there, Francesca Hong, is leading in the Democratic primary for governor.
Aaron Navarro, thank you. And you can watch our special primary coverage Tuesday starting at 9 p.m. Eastern right here on CBS News 24/7.